Hi, I'm Sherman Rowland. I'm here in Denver, Colorado. We're going to give you a tour of the HT 10. So the HT 10 saw, just like the HT 14 and the HT 12, is modeled off of the lower tone series saws. We used the HT 10 for many years for cutting agates. We like the small footprint of it, and we also designed a specialized vise that works to hold agate specimen, which I'll show you a little bit later, that we designed for this particular saw. What we did with this saw is similar to what we've done with the HT 12. Is the first thing we did is beef up the sheet metal. This is about 30 pounds heavier than the lower tone LS10, because similarly the LS10 it would flex a lot because the sheet metal is very thin. So we beefed up the sheet metal. We added gusseting on the inside. The tank itself is much heavier, and of course we did put a drain port on, because cleaning a saw without a drain port is complete pain. Inside the saw, some of the changes we made: we kept the carriage the same, it's adjustable like the other one, but we also added hardened steel rails, so you get much more better wear pattern. And we changed the crossfeed here, so you've got a fine thread crossfeed. You'll see this bracket is, of course, anodized. We always try to do things nice. And we did the same arbor that we use on the Highland Park 14. So it's a pillow block bearing with precision set screw adjusters on it. You'll see on the outside we added a plate. Many of you who were on Facebook said that you hated this open area, so we added a plate that covers that area up. Heavy duty belt guard. You'll see that we changed the motor mount. The original LS series had the 4 bolts, were a complete pain to adjust. We did a simple tilt motor mount. So there's a couple bolts, there's adjustables with an angle. So adjusting your pelt tension on this real easy. You got 2 bolts, you adjust it up, you tighten the bolts up there. It's a little bit more practical, and you can see that just from the gauge of the steel and everything, if you kind of get an angle from this gauge, it's heavy duty. You know, we didn't compromise any on that. That's the beauty when we control our own manufacturing, that we really can make it as heavy as we want. We run these in our factory as well, so hence we've really beefed them up, and we've been able to pass that same industrial capability on to you. The parts that we have for the lower tone series saws are compatible with the original lower tones. Part of why we took this design up. Many of you have the old lower tones out there, so the carriage can be replaced, the rails can be replaced, feed screws, all that. Those will be forthcoming on our website, or probably are on the website by the time you see this video. So you'll be able to get parts just like on the other Highland Park saws that will fit the old lower tone saws. I'm trying to think of other things. Oh, the other thing this unit has, just like the other saws, is we do have the safety interlock switch. So this has got a contactor, so that you no longer have the risk of having the saw turning you back on when you pull your carriage back off until you hit the green button. That's standard on all our saws. It's required for the European market, and we've just rolled it out for all the US saws as well. That's that interlock there. And of course, here's where your motor plugs in.